Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day, and for Sundays I poll my members, and Arch Nemesis had this one tailor-made for me. Why doesn't Ranks like the fair? Because of the carousel, which is poking fun at me for my carousel moment in one of the early Strands, where it took me forever to figure out that the word was carousel. All right. And speaking of members, I'd like to thank the following members for starting new months. Thank you to VCOM Hoki for another month as an enthusiast tier. And thank you to Adrian, CL Prez, Martin Sandberg McLaughlin, Matan Better, and Yale Lee for starting new months as the video early access tier. I very much appreciate your support. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got pedestrian, barcode, tax, railroad, zebra, everyday, school, avenue. I'm already seeing crossings, but let's keep going. Rugby shirt, approach, banal, parking, philosophy, humdrum, IBM logo, and method. So the pedestrian crossing, railroad crossing, and zebra crossing. Which is the same as the pedestrian crossing, actually. What else do we have, though? What's a crossing? Rugby shirt crossing, obviously. Humdrum. IBM logo's interesting. I wonder what we're doing with that. You know, maybe not. Maybe we don't have a school crossing, maybe? I don't know. I'm also seeing barcode and zebra, which could be like black and white striped things, or just striped things in general. These are both in the top 2 rows, and I'm seeing possible other overlaps, so I'm not going to lock this in yet. Let's see what else we can find. Barcode I could put with zebra, but I'm not seeing like a bunch of other stuff that's striped. Is the IBM logo striped? I mean, I know it's just kind of IBM. All right. What about tax? Like types of squares in Monopoly, tax and avenue, and parking, and railroad. These are also next to each other, but I do see Monopoly squares. Okay, so I have to be really careful here because I wanted railroad crossing as well. Okay, I need to get rid of some of this overlap. We need to figure out a much more obvious category, I think. Zebra, what would zebra be other than, I don't know, are rugby shirts striped? I don't know anything about rugby shirts, unfortunately. So we could have striped things. I think the IBM logo might have those like stripes on it, right? I'm trying to picture it. I have trouble picturing anything. I have some form of aphantasia, but anyway. Everyday, like an everyday item, or just like common, like just meaning common. I think banal and everyday could both mean that. Banal being like kind of boring. Humdrum. So yeah, this is just kind of boring stuff. Humdrum, banal, everyday, and then what's our other one? Rugby shirt. Just like kind of boring. Pedestrian would mean that. Okay, so I don't think we have the crossings. I think this is a category. I think this is yellow, and it's synonyms for just kind of like boring. But I'm going to lock it in to see. Run of the mill, and it was green. Ah, my +2 to green paid off because I found so many red herring categories. But my shirt was like, no, you got to get green, and green uses pedestrian, so don't lock in the crossing. All right, so yeah, that's the huge advantage of wearing a shirt color that matches one of the categories. Like it's almost like cheating. All right, try it out yourself. So what else is going on here? Do we actually have the Monopoly grid or the Monopoly spots? Maybe. Like it's called free parking, but like it could be types of spots. Like there's 4 railroads. Aren't there like 2 places that tax you? Huh. So maybe we do have striped things. I'm thinking this is a category, and I'm thinking striped things is a category, and I'm just going to, oops, not that one. I'm just going to assume that rugby shirts are striped and the IBM logo is striped. And so what does that leave? This is just to check if I'm right here. Leaves philosophy, approach, school, and method. The only one I'm not sure, I mean, those are synonyms as well. Your philosophy towards something, your approach towards something, your method towards something. I'm not sure about school, though. But is there anything that else that actually works? Maybe avenue? I don't know. Does school work for this? My philosophy, my approach, my method, my school? My maybe school of thought? I suppose that would work. Never really thought about the phrase school of thought, but what does school mean in that phrase? And maybe it doesn't mean approach? All right. So I guess I could try to figure out which one I think purple is. Things that are striped, I suppose. No, that's stripy things. Okay. That was blue. So is it Monopoly then? Parking, tax, avenue, and railroad? Words on Monopoly squares. Okay. And then this is just yellow for your method. I don't know, technique. There we go. I couldn't think of a fifth synonym in time. All right. Well, I'm glad I took my time and kind of peeled that apart because there was was it a rainbow header? Was it a rainbow herring for crossings, pedestrian crossing, zebra crossing, railroad crossing, school crossing? Yeah. So I think that's our rainbow herring, and I think a lot of people are going to fall for that one. All right, cool. Difficulty, though. I mean, you fall for the red herring. You make one mistake, but it doesn't make you lose. And from there, like, I guess knowing Monopoly helps a lot. Knowing what rugby shirts helps a lot, looks like helps a lot. So there's a little bit of trivia involved. That always makes it harder. You have to know what banal means, I guess. I don't know how common. I mean, it's not like a common word, but I don't think it's like super rare. All right. Anyway, let's give it a 2.5, and I think we have an 80% solve rate. Let's see. But I think we have a spike in one mistake. All right. So the article. I just back it in with a Monopoly car. All right, that gives it away. 1.7. So they thought it was very easy. Let's see. 64% solve rate is pretty low. And we do have that spike with one mistake here. But some people just couldn't get it. So maybe it's that trivia stuff that I'm talking about. I was 1 in 179. So my order's, it's not like, it's kind of a random order, I guess. So people who won, it's important that this is what people who won got green first, maybe blue. The other two are pretty rare. Second evens out a lot, but still purple is rare. And then ever, yeah, people who lost just got nothing. So they maybe chased some kind of one away that I didn't notice. 11% got nothing. 7% got only blue. 5% got only green. So stripy things in run of the mill. So yellow is difficult because school, meaning technique, is a bit of a weird definition for it, in my opinion. Green and blue is 6%. Green and yellow is 3%. Okay. So putting avenue in makes a whole lot of sense. So we're going to see stuff with yellow and then school is missing. In this case, avenue is filled in. Barcode railroads, stripy. Yeah. You can think of a railroad as being striped. So that there's some red herrings here. This is our rainbow herring. A good quarter of people fell for the rainbow herring. Pedestrian with black and white stripes. IBM logo is not black and white. Seems like the AI is perfectly willing to categorize something from 3 rather than from 2, or from all 4. Road signs. Pedestrian, railroad, school, and parking could be road signs. That's true. Yeah, lots of red herrings in this one. It was hard to pick apart. Okay, I don't know how they gave it a 1.7. The very first, most common mistake is the rainbow herring. Makes sense. This is that spike of one mistake that I'm talking about. So green first or the rainbow herring. You have to kind of decide which one you're going to use pedestrian with, which is why you kind of want to figure out the rest of the puzzle before you lock it in. We've got blue, and then we've got blue with railroad instead of with rugby shirt. And then we've got yellow with avenue. So yellow with avenue is more common of a first guess than yellow correct by twice as much. Because you can't really, I mean, there's 5 that belong in there. And this one feels like it shouldn't. So you got to figure out the other categories first and figure out that avenue goes with Monopoly. Pedestrian. with barcode. Yeah, pedestrian, like a pedestrian crossing is striped. It's the same as the zebra crossing. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of mistakes here. Okay. Well, that is it for connections. How'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Sunday, November 16th. We'll start with the easy. All right, so we have two twos. One's going into an equal. So why don't we just do this? There's a lot of throwaways in this one. This has to be the double one. Then the 1-3 throws out, and then the 2-5 throws out. All right, this was just kind of place them in the right place. The only thing you had to notice is there wasn't another 5, so this had to be the 2 blank. That's really all you had to do. All right, let's play the medium. Ooh, we only have we have a singular 3, and it's connected to a blank, so it's not going to go up. It's got to go left, actually. This has to be a domino. And now this has to be a domino, so the 5 is going to throw out whatever it's with, and there's only one 5. Now the 2 is going to go up, and it's 2 blank. So this has to be a 6. We have a 6 blank, 1, and 4. This is a domino. This is a domino. But it's a little bit free from there. What adds to 7 right now? 1-6 adds to 7. So what if I just did something along the lines of... I don't know. I don't know if this even matters. 6-4. You know what? Let's do the 6 blank here. I think I need the 4 for here. I think this has to be like this. I think this is 4-4. That's why I'm thinking that. And so then we can do the... hold on. What did I mess up? What if we do this and this then? Oops, no. This 6... Oh, sorry. Like this? No, I can't do that. Oh, okay. What's going on here? We need a domino that adds to 8, and it's only 4-4. So this is a 6. This adds to 7. It has to be 1-6. That's what I'm thinking. So the 1 is definitely in it, and so is another 6. But we can't do this because of that domino there. So I was thinking the 1 would come down, and then I just get the 6 from, say, the blank. But then this needs a 6, and it needs the 4. So I don't get where that 4 is coming from. Just place it diagonally. What are we doing with a blank blank? Did I mess up down here? I mean, this was the only 3, this was the only 5, this was the only 2. So like, I don't see how I could have messed it up. The 4-4, but there's not another domino that adds to 8, is there? There's not a 6-2, there's not a 3-5. So the 4-4 is forced as well. We must put a 6 here and throw out the other result. We have to throw out this 6 as well. We can't throw out the 1. We only have the 1-1. I don't understand where I went wrong. Where's my logic failing? Where is my logic failing? I mean, obviously this 4 has to go somewhere. But how am I... Okay, I'm going to pull everything out, and I'm just going to... I hate doing it, but there's probably some really simple solution here that I'm not seeing. This 4-5... Well, no, so this has to be a 5. Okay, so first of all, there's only 1-3. That has to go there. And that geometry is forced. Now this geometry is forced, and it has to use a 5, and there's only 1-5. So that gets rid of one of our 4s. And now this has to be a 2, and there's only 1-2. So like, yeah, that's as forced as I initially thought. Now this has to add to 8. It has to be a single domino that adds to 8, and the 4-4 is the only one that does it. This adds to 7, 0, 10, 6, 8. So all of this is forced. That's exactly what I had. Now we need 2 pips that add to 7. 1 plus 6 is possible. 2 plus 5 is not. 3 plus 4 is not. So it's going to be 1 plus 6, meaning it uses the 1. Now, no matter how it uses the 1, it's going to throw away this 6, either like this or vertically. Like, no matter what, using the 1 is going to do that. Come on. It's gonna throw out the 6. So that the placement doesn't matter there. There we go. This 6-4 goes like that. Okay. That's what I was missing. And now we can just do 6 blank up and blank blank there. Okay. Oh, that took way too long to see. That the 6-4 had to straddle the 7 and the 4, obviously. Okay. I think I I don't know where what I was doing that I didn't see that earlier. I should have seen that earlier. Okay, well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the hard pips for Sunday, November 16th. Ooh, it's pretty big. So we need a 1 in here. We got a few ones. We have a 1 1, a 1 6, a 1 4, a 1 5. Is there a forced placement for these? This feels really familiar. I think we had something similar to this. If not, I don't think it was exact, but so my assumption is we're not going to do a domino that just adds to 10 up here. This needs to be 2 6s. So what do I have attached to a 6? In fact, I have 6 4, 6 1, and 6 blank. So I'm thinking about doing 6 4 this way, and then 4 4 here, because then I can do the 6 1 down, and then this would have to be a double. I don't have I do have a double 1, so I guess I could do that. Okay, I was going to say I didn't have a double, but that's the only double I've got. Now the 6 coming down, it's going to be the 6 blank. Okay, so now I don't have a blank 3, but I do have a blank 4 and a blank 5. I think blank 5 makes the most sense because we have 3 more of them. We also have 3 more 4s, so that could get swapped. Okay. So I don't know if that's 5 or 4 yet, but this 3 is going to go to a 2 or a 5. Well, if I used up all my 5s here, then we better do 3 2 here. Now this needs to be a 6 and we don't have it. Okay, so this isn't blank 5, this is blank 4. And then I can use up the 3 5 here. Oh, it was right. Okay. Now this has to be a 3. And so we're going to do 3 2. We still don't have a 6. Shoot. Oh no, 3 plus 5. Sorry, 3 plus 5 is a... Oh, no. I would need a 3 3. Yeah, okay, shoot. Oh, was I wrong up here? It felt like it was working. Let's see. Blank, we've got blank 5, blank 4. That's it. So it's going to go down. From this 3, that means that goes right. I've got 3 2 and I've got 3 5. 3 2 doesn't work because we can't add 8, but 3 5 doesn't work because then from the 3 we can't add 8. So clearly I can't do that at all. Do I need to find another way to do this then? Maybe I need some 6s down here. So maybe, do I have a 4 5? I do have a 4 5. And then do I have a 5 1? I do. Okay, so I think that's going to give me the 6s I need. And so now I can do the blank 5, the blank 4 down so that I can do the 3 5 this way, because otherwise I don't have enough 5s. And then now this is going to be 3 2, and I actually have a 6 now, but I don't have enough 1s. Ooh. Okay, actually I have a 4 4. No, but I need a 4 4 in here. This would be 4 1. This would be 6 1. So is there another orientation up here that I can do? What's this blank 5 going to do? I thought these were going to end up being 5s. Maybe there's another way to add a 4. That's a lot of 4s that we have, by the way. This domino here was forced. Definitely. The placement of it, not necessarily the value. But it was going to be a 6 4 or a 6 blank or a 6 1. Can't do the blank or the 1. I don't think there's another 6. There's just the 3 6s. So it had to be the 6 4. That's forced. So this had to be a 4 as well. But we have a lot of 4s to work with. So would we want this to be the 6 1 instead? Does that help me at all? And then this would be 4 1. It might help. This would be 4-1. This would still be 1-1 then. And now I have 3 blanks. Perfect. So we need the 6 blank, we need the 4 blank, and we need the 5 blank. Okay, I fixed it. Wow. Oh, that was almost 5 minutes. Crazy. So I had to use the 5-5 up here. So I had some 6s down here. And then this couldn't be the 6 blank. This had to be the 6-1. I don't know what made me choose the 6 blank in the first place. But yeah, it ended up working out with the 6-1. Okay. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Sunday, November 16th. Let's play. Cars that stop at supercharger stations. Teslas. What E dash can mean. Electric. I don't know. Words that might begin the name of a quaint English inn. Ye old. What E can mean. Easter egg colorings. Dyes. Messed with. Toyed with. Allies opposite. Enemy. What M stands for in the equation y equals mx plus b. That is the slope. Musical cadences of speech. I'm not sure what that is. All right. Samberg of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's Andy. I think he uses a Y, doesn't he? Blank what I did there. See what I did there? So E can mean online. And then E can mean empty. Like your gas tank is empty. All right. And this is lilts. Lilts. Musical cadences of speech are lilts. It's Lil TS, the rapper. All right. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is around it goes. So like the globe or things that spin in general, like a top, like a dreidel. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see. What would I be looking for? There we have that's here. That sounds like the beginning of a spanogram, but also could be nothing. Okay, so what's spinning? Like a top is too short. Dreidel's not here. Gyroscope? Shoot. Maybe not. All right, I'm just going to start doing words. Crass. SWAT. That and that. It doesn't accept that because it needs the apostrophe. Okay. Oh, here's that's a wrap. Fold? Foldable? Foldable? Oops. Foldable. Okay, what about tortilla? Tortilla. I'm looking for it. It feels like it ought to be here. Okay, where can I start tortilla from? Here, no. Here, no. Maybe not. All right, we got herb. Herbal. Oh, shoot. Why do we have fold here and foldable, but... Lane? Plain? What are we doing with that's a wrap? Like I'm thinking a literal wrap, like you got your tortilla and you got your veggies and you got your meat, you got your spices or whatever the heck else goes in a wrap, your sauce. Not seeing any of that. That's a wrap is also something that's said in TV and movies to say that's it. We're done for the day. Stone. Notes. I have no idea what's going on here. Bread? What's going on? Oh no, even bread doesn't work. I don't know why bread would be in a wrap. Are these kinds of wraps, perhaps? What would be like a kind of wrap? Are burritos considered wraps? That's not here anyway. I think I have to grab a hint. Foil. So the foil goes around the wrap. Is this like, flatbread, perhaps? Okay. Cellophane? It's stole? So these are just generally things that wrap. What is going on here? 2 words. Scarf and shawl. Okay. A lot of these are clothing that wrap that are wraps. Okay. And cellophane is used to wrap leftovers, and flatbread can be used to wrap. Okay. I did not understand that at all until I took the hint. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, our bonus game for today is One Up. That's what the wheel picked yesterday. Stick around to the end to see what the wheel picks for tomorrow, so you can play that before my video. This is a 9x9, so I think this is the hardest of the week. I'm going to hit play and I'm going to explain the game. So think about kind of like Sudoku, but with a twist. So these givens are given, but you'll notice we have these bold borders. Those split our rows and columns into segments. So we've got this 3-length segment here, and we've got this 6-length segment here. And within a segment, we need to place the digits 1 to n, where n is the length of the segment. So we need 1, 2, and 3 in here, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in here, once each. And the same for rows. These black squares don't need digits, but they still count as segmenting our rows and our columns. All right, that's it. I'm going to get started. 37 seconds in. This has to be a 1 because the column segment is only 1 length, and this has to be a 1 because the row segment is 1 length. Let's see what else we've got going on here. I'd like to look for the gimmies first. Here we need 1, 2, and 3. So, okay, the 3 in this row can't be here. So the 3 ends up here, and this is our 2. So we need 1 and 2 here. I'm just going to pencil that. All right. Here we need 1 and 2. We'll pencil that. Here we need 1, 1, 2 here. So we kind of have this. We have this 1, 2 pair in this row here. These are from. This is from 2, 3, and this is all of 1, 2, 3. But I'm going to mark that. All right. This is 3, 4, 5. And this is this can't be 1, 3, or 5. So this is 2 or 4. These are all of 1 through 5. Oh no, this can't be 1, 2 because the 1, 2 pair. So this is also 3, 4, 5. This can be any of 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do we have any other like short? I like to look at the short segments first. All right, here we've got 1, 2, and 3 that need to get placed. This can't be 2, 3, or 4. So this is our 1. And so that leaves a 2, 3 here and a 2, 3 here. Here I need 4, 5, and 6. So this is only 4, 5. I think this is a 4-length segment here. So this is the only place for 4. That's our 5. That's our 6. I need 1, 2, 3 across here. This can't be the 1. So this is only 2, 3. And that leaves a 4, 5 here and here. Because we have the 2, 3 already. And so now this is 1, 2, 3, as is this. All right. What else we got going on here? 1 through 5 here. All right, 1, 2 here and here. That makes a 1, 2, 3 triple here. So this is from 4, 5, 6, but this can't be 5 or 6. So that's a 4. And so we're left with 5, 6 here and 5, 6 here. This is 6 long, so it can be a 6. All right, something else to look for. Let me make sure there aren't any small segments left. Okay, 1 through 4 here. This is 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 4. Okay, any other verticals? Yeah, 1 through 4 here. This is only 2, 3. Okay. I am going to mark these with 1, 2, 3, 4, just for the sake of it. Oh, we have this 1, 2 pair here, so that's not 1, 2. So the other thing to think about are big digits, right? So this is... we need a 9 in this row somewhere. It's got to be at the intersection of a 9-length column, basically columns without any segments. So we have 2 columns without any segments. This first column here, this column here. Oh no, we have 3 of them. This column here. So there's going to be 3 9s in the grid. The rows that are going to take them are this row, which does hit all 3 columns. This row hits just this column and this column. And then this row hits this column and this column. So we can't quite resolve that. What were the rows again? Yeah, this row and this row and this row. Okay. What about 8s? Are there any 8 length? I don't think there are any 8 length. There are the 9 lengths that need 8s. So the 8s are going to be in the same spot. This is where I wish I had more notation options, but 8 can be here or here. 8 can be... so in this row we need an 8. That's the key. This is the only place for it. None of the other columns are long enough for an 8 other than this one, which already has an 8 in it. So this is the 8. And now where does the 9 go in this row? Only here. That's the only 9 length column left that isn't filled. And so now the remaining digits are 2, 3, 7. So where's the 7 go? It's going to have to go here. This one is not 7 length. It is 6 length. And so now this is down to 2, 3. It's not a 2, so that's 3 and that's 2, giving us 1 and 2 here, giving us 3 and 1 here. So that's not a 1. All right. So this is not 1 or 2. It's down to 3, 4. See if there's any other follow-ups here. This 3 gives us the 2 and the 3. Gives us the 2 here. 1, 2. All right. So what else can I do with 9s then? 9 is here or here, and 9 is here or here. So I don't think I can do anything with that. 8. Oh, but 8, the last 8 can be placed. There's 3 8s. We got this one and this one. This is our final 8. And now 9 can't be here, so 9 is here. And now 9 can't be here, so 9 is here. Okay, so we got our 3 8s and our 3 9s. Now this, we got the 7 here. We need a 7 in this row. Could be in a couple places. We need a 7 in this row. Can't be here. So the 7 in this row is only here, because this already has a 7 in it. And so we're left with 1, 2, 4, 5. I don't know what to do with that. These are still 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what about 7s elsewhere? How about 7 in this row? It can be here, and that's it. So this is the only place for 7 in this row. Huh. Where's kind of our next easy thing? Okay, well, let's look at this column. We need a 2, 3, 4, 5. So what about the 5? 5 could be here or here. Can't be here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this can't be 3 or 5. So this is 2, 4 only. This is 3, 4, 5. This is any of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, I suppose. Do we want to look at 6s next? Yeah, no, maybe. I was thinking 6 in this row, but it can be here or here. What does this column need? It needs a 1, 3, 5, 7. So this is 3, 5 only. It's definitely not a 7. In fact, where does the 7 go? I think it has to go here. Yeah, none of these other ones are long enough. This is 6 length, this is 6 length, and this is 6 length. So the 7 goes here. And we're left with 1, 3, 5. Okay. So I missed that we needed more 7s. Are there any other 7s to place? It doesn't look like it. We have them all. Okay. Here we need just 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So this is also 2, 3, 4. It's not 1 or 6. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 3, 4, 5. Wait, I need a 1. Did I miss the 1? Oh, yeah, no, this can be 1. Sorry. What do we need in this column? 1, 4, 5. This is 4, 5 only. 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. Oops. missing something? So maybe I can think about sixes then. Let's look for a row that needs a 6. This row needs a 6. Can only go here. Yep. This row needs a 6, and now it can't go here, so it has to go here, making that a 5. So that cannot be 5. Okay. I thought that might cascade, but it didn't. 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2. This row needs a 6. I think it has to come from here. Yep. Have I found all the 6s then? I believe every row that needs a 6 has one, so that should be all of them. Okay. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, not a 1. So this is from 2, 3, 4. Forgot about this 1, 2 pair. So this is 3, 4, 5 only. Five is one of these two. What does this column need? It needs all of 1 through 5. Huh. So 1, 2, 4, 5. What else can I do? This column we need 1, 3, 4, 5. What could I have missed? Sometimes I just miss a given that's looking at another cell that I didn't clear out. Or like a digit I placed and I didn't clear it out properly. So it could be one of those. It could be some other mispenciling. Like a number too large for its row or column. I'm not seeing it though. Wait, this column, oh, it has a 6. Okay, so this column needs a 5 and a 4 and a 3 and a 2. All right. This column needs a 5. Plenty of places. It's a 4. I'm looking for like hidden singles or something. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna write out more cells. See if that helps. This column needs a 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. So this can't be 5 because there's a 5 in the column. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. 5's in 2 places. Okay, I don't think I can do much with that. I was thinking about how one of these two must be a 5. Because in their rows, 5's in one of these two and 5's in one of these two. The 5 can't both be in these two cells here. So one's here. At least one of these is 5, if not both. But I don't do that. Here we need 1, 2, 4, 5. Oopsie, I'm in the wrong mode. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm not, this isn't helping. Might as well pencil the last one. All right, I'm probably just missing a consequence of a place digit that I didn't do. Let's see, 6, 7, 8. I think it's going to be a lower digit, not a 6, 7, or 8. The 2, I'm just looking at every single given to make sure I didn't mess something up. Yeah, that isn't 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's 1, 6. Not much to see there. Oh, I have this. Okay, yeah, this can't be 5. what happened here? Oh, it can't be 5 or 3. So this is just a 1. Okay. That makes this 3 and this 5. So let's make sure we cascade this correctly. That makes this a 4. So these aren't 4, and this isn't 4. That's not 4. Okay. And then I got the 3, so that makes that a 4 and a 3. So that's not 3 and that's not 4. This 3 also makes this a 2. That gives us the 4 and the 5. 4 looks over, giving us 2, 3. These aren't 3s. And the 2 looks up as well, leaving a 4, 5 behind. So this can't be 3 or 5. So sorry, 4 or 5. So this is 4. So we can clear these 4s out. What does that do for me? Let's see. Oh, this digit is known. It's a 3. We can clear these 3s out. What else did I miss? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5 here. 4, 5 here. Hmm. 1, 4, 5. Still need something. Look more carefully. Huh. What could I... Oh, I missed this here. This 2 looks over. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 1, that's 2, that's 1. Giving us the 5. So these aren't 5. Also, what else did I place here? Oh, these aren't 1s, right? So that's 2 and that's 3. Giving us the 1. This isn't 1 or 2, so it's 4, and this is 5. Makes this a 4. These can't be 4s. 5 gives us the 4 and the 5 here, giving us the 1. All right, this is a 1 as well. This has to be the 5 now. 1, 2, 3. This is the 2. 3 and 1. That's 2 and 3. That's 4 and 2. And we're done. All right. It took me 16 minutes. Holy moly. All right. Very, very pencil heavy today on that one. Maybe I didn't have to pencil so much, but I messed up some of the pencilings. All right. Well, let me know how you did. Let's spin the bonus wheel to see what tomorrow's game is going to be. All right, it's going to be Witcher, suggested by Karina. So I will provide a link in the description if you would like to play that for tomorrow. And that is it for the games for this video. I hope you enjoyed them. If you'd like to watch Wordle, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all of the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.